So, the buzzworthy Bumblebee Worlds Collide set gave us a couple good figures, with Nemesis Primal, the toy accurate Black Arachnia, despite it not being actually toy accurate, and Bumblebee. I decided to take a look at the lesser acknowledged figure of the group, that being the Fangry. So today, we're taking a look at the buzzworthy Bumblebee Worlds Collide Fangry. Starting off in the beast mode, I love how he looks. Like, of course we have Beast Wars now that gives us a bunch of beast things, but this is a G1 character, and back then the most beasts we had was the Dinobots and Predaking. So, take a look at this figure that hails from the headmasters, originally, I believe, because he is a headmaster. I love everything he has, like the stat readout. I believe on the original figure, when you plugged the headmaster into it, those would display different stats. I've never had an original headmaster, so I don't really know all that. I do love the fact that you can open up the chest compartment and put the headmaster in there, which we'll get to in a second. I love just everything about him. Like, sure, he doesn't fit in with your modern beasts or your cars, but he's like doing his own thing. He's like a really blocky wolf bat thing, which I quite like. Like taking a look at all these greebling details, like looking at the tail itself, I love it, going up on the spine and down the sides of the legs. There's just a lot about him that I like the wings look so good that there's not much that I reckon it could really do that would make it better, because it already looks quite good. Like the wolf head, I think that's a wolf at least, I just love how it looks. Also, the shade of pink they chose, we don't get this shade on a lot of characters. It's normally just RC's real hot pink we get, and then sometimes magenta. So I love the fact that we get a Decepticon in this color of pink. I would have loved having an Autobot in this shade as well, but just the fact that we've got one in this shade, I love it. And since we're in this mode, we may as well talk about his headmaster, that being Brisko, I think his name is. It's a nice headmaster thing, like he's got little arms, the legs are combined together. He doesn't have much posability, but that's due to the fact he needs to be a head. But with posability, his head can pretty much rotate, his arms can go up and down, his knees bend and hips go forward. It's as much as you really need for a thing that turns into a head. But I love how he looks, like there's all these little detailings on him that I love. And of course Fangry's head is sitting on the back there, which I find hilarious. Posability on Fangry's beast mode is quite nice for what we've got. Starting off, the jaw opens. It doesn't move at all, it just opens. The arms pull a full 360 around and go out about 90. There's a bicep swivel, arms bend at a 90, and hands go up and down. The legs pull a full 360. The knees bend in and out, and the toe moves up and down, and the wings move. But Fangry here looks so good that I just had to take some pictures, so here they are. Transformation on Fangry is simple, and that's just mostly due to the fact that at times we're turned in have the budgeting of current figures, and he was also a retool of. I don't actually know which one he was a retool of, I just know that he is a retool. It was probably Twinferno, probably. But it's a nice little transformation. The only annoying part I hate is plugging the head in, as I think it's a bit too tight trying to get in there. But otherwise, it's a satisfying, simple transformation. Here we are in robot mode, and Fangry looks amazing. Like, I love the sculpted details, despite the fact that he's not painted all that much. Like, he's only got some black parts, some shiny parts. The sculpted detail really helps. And going up to his head sculpt, it looks like the one that came out with the original Titan Master Fangry that it was like a little pack that just came with his head and like a dragon looking thing. I never got it back when it came out, so I'm not sure, but it looks great here, and the green shade of paint they chose for it is really nice. Then moving down the body, I love the different sculpted details we have. Like, there's these lines everywhere, I love them. And the arms have nice details, like the paint's on the shoulder. And even down at the legs, they look amazing. They really went from looking like a tail to some nice looking legs. There's just a lot about him that I like, and his overall shape, I love it. The wings really help with that aesthetic, as you can splay them out or keep them in. I like them splayed out a bit, it gives him a little bit of uniqueness. And I love the fact that the stat reader's still on full display, despite it not reading out stats, because they can't really do that with today's engineering, as they gotta fit extra things in there. But yeah, he is really nice for what he is. The main issue with Fangry here is the fact that it was released in the Worlds Collide box set, and a lot of those weren't quality control tested, and Fangry being one of them, means his tolerances are really short. Like, his legs are super loose and everything, making it really hard to make this video. But it is dealable with if I have enough patience. Posability on Fangry is similar to his beast mode. But starting off, its head's on a ball joint, allowing for a little bit up, a little down, and some swivel. The arms go all the way around and pull a 90 out. They have bicep swivel, a 90 elbow bend, hands can fold in, and the beast hands can actually fold down, which is funny. No waist swivel, unfortunately. The hips are unimpeded in all directions. There's a thigh swivel, a deep knee bend marginally, and toe down, as well as the wings moving in and out. Fangry here looks so good in robot mode that I just had to put in some poses, so here they are. This has been the review for the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Worlds Collide Fangry. Tell me, what do you think of this figure below? Did you get him, or did you skip him because he wasn't a box set? Personally, I'm happy I got him. He's to me one of the best standout parts of the box set, despite him not being that good of a figure. But I quite enjoyed him. I love the color he is. The only annoying part is the fact that he's loose, and it's mostly the legs, the arms are fine. And I do love the headmaster there. It is a little tight, but I love it. There's a lot about him that I love. The only annoying part are the tolerances. But tell me, what do you think? Thanks for watching.